And that's why KHOU is committed to answering your questions about this virus and its effect on our everyday lives. Hi, everybody. I'm Russ Lewis. Right now, we're going to take a break from the breaking news headlines and focus just on your questions about coronavirus. At any time, you can text the word FACTS to 713-526-1111 to get the latest information. You can also text your questions to that same phone number. All of Texas is under a major disaster declaration that allows the state to get help from the federal government for things like a hurricane or a tornado, or in this case, a pandemic. Somebody wanted to know, will burglars be charged with looting at this time because we are under that disaster declaration? That's a great question. A lot of businesses are boarded up because they are considered non-essential. Burglary in Houston is up 20% right now. We took our question to the Harris County District Attorney's Office, and we found out there is no specific charge for looting in state law. Now, if it's clear somebody is taking advantage of the pandemic to burglarize, then there could be more severe punishment, but the judge would make that call on a case-by-case basis in court.